to our Office of Procurement's February open house. We have been doing this open house online for quite a while now. Hopefully, we're coming out of the COVID situation. We'll resume our in-person meetings back in our office. I am Grace Steno. I'm one of the division chiefs in the Office of Procurement. My unit manages the all the contract compliance programs, socioeconomic programs, including local small business and minority-owned business programs. So today, we have been doing monthly open houses like this, some in person and some online. Today, we want to do a little bit of a new format. We invited 3 of our newly awarded contractors, and it just so happened all of these 3 companies are our LCATS company awardees. We're gonna do a meet and greet. I know in the audience there are a lot of upcoming businesses, small businesses who are trying to get a opportunity to work with the county. So we're gonna see if we can learn something from these contract awardees. What do they do? How did they do it? And learn from them. So we will give each of the company about 10 minutes to do their presentation. And then toward the later half of the meeting, we will open up for the question and answers. Before I introduce the presenters, I do also want to introduce some of our staff that are present from the Office of Procurement. Again, I'm Grace Steno, and Bethany, do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Good morning, everyone. I'm Bethany Menimbo. I'm the Marketing and Outreach Manager here in the Office of Procurement. Thanks for coming today.
I saw in the audience, we have Karen DeLuca. She is one of the procurement specialists, senior procurement specialists in the office. Karen, do you want to introduce yourself? You're on mute, Karen.
Thank you. So good morning, everyone. Like Grace said, I'm Karen DeLuca. I work in the Office of Procurement. I'm one of the procurement specialists. I handle a variety of professional services as well as commodities. So welcome.
Thank you. I also see Sarah Giambra. She is our IT procurement specialist. Sarah.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the open house. I'm Sarah Jambra, like Grace said, and I am a procurement specialist. And yep, I have IT, so I worked to get the LCATS on the street for the vendors today. I also have finance now, so I have both of those departments under my belt. And yeah, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you, Sarah. Do you have any updates for us for the MCATS contract?
For MCATS, yes. So there are no updates as of now. It's not out yet. But you know, my suggestion to everyone is keep on checking our website, register with the county, and as always, you can email me if you have any questions or want any further updates. I'll put my email in the chat. But nothing as of today.
Thank you, Sarah. Next, I have Sekyung Yeager from Office of Procurement. Sekyung, did you want to say?
Yeah, I have some technical difficulties. Okay, so good morning, everyone. My name is Sekyung Yeager, and I have as other buyers, other buyers, I have lots of services areas and then commodities. And for services, I have landscaping, snow removal, and then for commodity, I have office supplies contract, and then also have HR, human resources, medical contracts.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Sekyung. Next, we have Eric Haugen. There he is.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name's Eric Haugen. I'm one of the newer procurement specialists. I've been with the department for just over a year, and I just recently inherited about half of the contracts that are owned by the Department of Health and Human Services. So mainly professional services, ranging the whole gamut of lots and lots of different things.
Thank you, Eric. And I think last but not least, Mr. Benjamin Comer.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ben Comer. Like Eric said, I am one of the newer specialists. Been with the department just about over a year. I primarily handle fleet contracts and vehicle purchases, so just largely commodities at this point.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
I see in the audience also there are some program managers from my compliance unit, and they manage, like I said, the socioeconomic and contract compliance programs. Alvin Boss is the program specialist for minority female disabled owned program manager, specialist. Michael Brown is the local small and local preference program manager. Carrie Albright is the living wage program manager. Jack Jabala is the prevailing wage program manager. And also we have our IT persons or IT team here too from the Office of Procurement. So now without further ado, we're gonna start our agenda. We will have 3 companies to do their presentations. By the way, this meeting is recorded, so I just want to make sure everybody is aware. Please keep your mic muted during the presentation. So first, let's have Sarah Irampour, CEO of the Technology Digest, Inc.
Thank you, Grace. Should I share my PowerPoint or you do it? How does it work?
You can share your screen. We do have a copy. If it doesn't work well from your end, we can share, but let's use yours first.
Okay. Okay, let me sharing. I thought you will navigate that, but that's good. We're good. Perfect. Everyone see it?
Yes, we see it. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you, Grace. Thank you, Montgomery County, for give us this opportunity. I think this is wonderful event, and I'm looking forward to be part of it and see and learn from other company as well. Technology Digest, who we are. We've been in a business since 2007. The name Technology Digest, perhaps it would be nice to explain why I came up with that name. While I was working for big companies, one thing that I felt that doesn't make sense was the fact that when there was any new technology hit the market, everyone jumped to grab it, not analyzing it, whether it fit the business process, it fit the company, it fit their long-term strategy of that organization or not. And I had always these things, oh, wait a minute, stop, let's digest what is here. And so that is our philosophy behind the name Technology Digest. With that, we have a very boutique style. We are a boutique style technology firm. We are small, but that doesn't mean that we work in a small scale. Now, our approach to our services and technology development is to bring the data scientists, bring the engineer, bring the technology experts, and bring the ones who really are experienced in that field, and then design and deliver a solution that will win an award, will grab eyes. We work with government, federal government. We have worked with a research organization. And of course, I'm an immigrant. I moved to Montgomery County. And for last 25 years since I've been in the US, Montgomery County is home, and that's where we are. The way we approach our, service delivery, as I said, we use data science and cognitive computing to innovate and implement. And whether we are redesigning the whole business process or redesigning a health information system. Our core competencies are in 4 areas. Anything that you want to design, first you need to focus on process management, change management, quality assurance, and re-engineering what is there already or invent a new one. So that's where we've been working for more than 20 years. But then we need human capital, we need experts, and we have great access to experts in the fields, no matter what we are trying to design and develop. And that doesn't come just by calling a recruitment firm. It's a result of close engagement with technology expert for last 30 years. Another area of technology that we focus and we have a great expertise in-house is geospatial technologies and ESRI, enterprise technology stack. We all know that IoT is here and commercial space has adopted already. Moving forward, in the government, we will see the increased adoption for this type of technology. We are ready to help our clients, whether it is on the government side or commercial space. And when you dealing with the IoT or health information technology, you're dealing with a large data set. And we need data scientists and we need tools to make sense of those data sets. And that's where we are expert as well. And we have developed and delivered services in this area for last 15 years. Again, mobile and web application, it's nothing to brag. And I don't think that anyone needs to brag about that because those are only a tool. Those are the interfaces for your clients. If you're delivering a service, your clients wanted to access that through their mobile phone. And if you are re-engineering or redesigning the back-end system, you need to be able to design an enterprise application. This is what we're doing for the last 20 years. At the same time, we are focusing on a SaaS and SAP, software as a service, software as a product. The commercial space has adopted this mindset. We have our in-house product. We're trying to commercialize it. We will get to that shortly. And we see the government is going that direction. They already starting using and integrating third-party Microsoft, AWS, Oracle, SaaS product, but we believe that they're going to start changing their mindset to create their in-house product as a SaaS product, and we are ready to support them. Talking about the product development, that is our passion. We love developing product. These are the sample of the product we have developed so far. Ecological momentary assessment, experience sampling to record behaviors and mood in real time from individuals with the addiction and addictive behaviors. We developed this product for NIH. It's a strong tool, complex technology. Nifty is an assessment tool that enables researchers to identify environmental determinants of violence, alcohol use, tobacco, or other drug use. We developed this again for National Institute of Drug Abuse and University of North Carolina. And Person, something that we are very passionate about. The project initiated as a joint project with NIH. We work with 7 scientists in NIH to develop the foundation of the person. When before COVID, when the virtual care didn't make sense and wasn't a familiar word, we approached NIH and we pitched this idea of creating a holistic virtual care that supports individual with behavioral or clinical health issue, enabling providers to monitor their patients, monitor their clients, and collecting data that enables researchers basically have a better understanding what works, what doesn't work. At the same time, within the same platform, again, for the clients is a mobile app. They access wide range of tools from smoking cessation, depression management, peer support, track their weight, or doing the health daily journal. And at the same time, the provider can monitor all these activity and providing real-time intervention and setting appointment for online virtual call, basically. But it's far beyond only a telehealth. I hope that HHS, Montgomery County, give us opportunity to have a deeper conversation about this and how we can support police department, how we can support different division under HHS, whether domestic violence, individual going through that pain, or a young individual, or someone with a mental health issue, how we can cost effectively support this individual. The platform has won international award in Denmark. We were recognized and we were gold medal. In Austria, they hosted us for 2 months and let us to navigate through the whole health system in Austria. We were part of CVS Health Accelerator, and we got 2 innovation award from TEDCO, and we hope that we can continue this conversation with Montgomery County. Again, it's all about product development, and it's about developing something that grab the eyes of beyond our clients. We created an interactive physical planning tools for council members. It won Public Technology Award and Public Technology Institute Significant Achievement Award for Montgomery County. And it's a cool product. I hope that they put it in a good use, because enable the our citizen people from Montgomery County to see how their requests for various budget change will affect the overall budgeting system of the county. This is my contact information, but before I go, I think the main purpose of this call is to share our experience as a small business with the procurement process. So we were small, and we had a very unique vision how we wanted, work with the government or commercial market. The first thing is to understand what the county needs. So getting involved, being part of the community, understanding the long-term vision of our government, whether it is local government, Montgomery County, or is it federal government, depend who is your customer. That is important. That is the first step, to understand what is their long-term goal in respect to technology, where you are focusing, or whatever service that you are offering. That was my approach. I'm sharing what I did. So I got involved with the community. That was my personal, interest. I love to be part of the community. I've been very involved. And then I learned what the, county needs. Then we were very small, and, we need to compete and we need to show up. So I chose to be a low bidder, which is not a good strategy. I'm not telling everyone to do that, because in one instance, we didn't win. And I reached out to the county and I said, and I talked with the program manager, and I said, come on, help me understand. I brought the best and brightest subject matter with a great experience and a great price. Why we didn't get? And I always begged to him to be honest with me. And he was, and I really appreciate that. And he said, Sarah, your price was too low. We thought you don't know what to do. I said, no, we know, because we give you all the experience that we have and our partner experience that have in this space. And he said, no, but that was the issue. That was a red flag for us. So the lowest price, it wasn't a good strategy, but I would tell you that I took me to some places. Then another thing that I do is understanding that whether we are a good fit for our client. One of the first things that I do, I try, when I see any RFP, I try to understand whether there is an incumbent and whether our client or the county or the customer is happy with that client. If that is there, I mean, they are happy and they have to go through the process, why should I disrupt that? I mean, there's a regulation, there's a compliance, they have to go through it. So that's perfect, let them do it. But if that's not the case, then we analyze the requirement. We look around to fill the gap, the expertise gap that we don't have it in-house. Partnership. I'm big into the partnership. No one can claim that they have all the expertise in-house, especially when you are small and we are small. But we do prepare ourselves in advance by creating partnership with best and brightest in the space. And when we submit a proposal, we go line by line, analyzing our customer requirement, and we try to address that. What else that I wanted to? I think that's it. I think that these are the three things. Another thing that I would say is understanding what is coming in what is in the horizon in terms of technology advancement and how we can introduce those technology to our customer. That is another part of my passion and my team passion. So we try to have that open communication with our clients, and before they come to us, we go to them and we say, look, this is what is coming. This is what is proven to help you improve your business process, improve your customer service, and we are wanted to be part of this, and make them happy, deliver the best, give them the best support, and that is what we're doing. Thank you very much. Ready to question.
Thank you, Sarah. That was very valuable. You gave us a lot of valuable experience and things you did, the consideration you did when you started working with the county and other government entities. Thank you very much. I'm going to ask the presenters to go through the presentation, then we'll save all the Q&A at the end, if that is okay with everybody. So the next presenter is Bob Linehan. He is the principal of CoreMax.
Good morning, everybody. It's a pleasure to be here and an honor to talk to you all today a little bit about our company, CoreMax Consulting. We are a Montgomery County business, obviously, and actually we're all Montgomery County residents too. So we have a stake in making sure that we are doing the best for Montgomery County, as we have benefited from all the wonderful things in the county. And I'll turn it over to Claudia.
Thank you so much. It's a great opportunity to be here, and I hope I first want to confirm that you can see our presentation.
Right now, we only see the two of you. We don't see your screen.
Okay, sorry. Let me just try doing that again. Let's try sharing one more time.
Oh, maybe the arrow. The arrow.
Can you see it now?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not sure what's going on.
We can also try to show it from our end. Bethany, will you be able to show the?
That would be very helpful. Sorry, I don't want to waste time here.
No problem.
Sure. One moment, and I will share my screen, and then we can see their presentation. I'll just pull it up. Just make sure I have the right one.
Just a reminder, we're at around 10:30. So the next two presenters, you make sure you keep your presentation to between 5 and most maybe 7 minutes.
Sure.
That will save some time for the Q&A.
Of course.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, Bethany. So as Bob mentioned, we are Cormax Consulting. We've been Montgomery County residents actually since 1993, and we founded Cormax in 2010. You can go to the next page. Our focus is both infrastructure modernization and consulting, both in the IT arena as well as in the clean energy arena. Next page, please. I'm Claudia Muir. I founded Cormax, as I said, in 2010 to be a socially responsible provider of clean energy, population health, and management consulting services, particularly for health, infrastructure, and finance organizations. I had the good fortune to work in a variety of different private sector entities before founding Cormax. So I've had the experience of being in that environment and bring that perspective to the table in working with Montgomery County and other entities. I'm going to turn it over to Bob to share a bit about his background.
Good morning again. So I've been on the IT side of the house. I have worked once again for private industry, and then over the last years have pretty much exclusively been involved in not-for-profit organizations as well as local government, Montgomery County, a little bit of federal work, but really concentrating on the local government work, because I find that a lot of times money sort of trickles down to the Fed, works through the state, but you really have an impact. The feet on the ground is really local government. And if you're in the health and service, human services area, which is one of our concentrations, then that's actually the people that are making a difference in an individual lives. So a lot of certifications in project management and certified information security manager and agile programming. So a lot of how not only the design happens, but also the implementation happens. Next slide. And what we're here to talk about today, I think, is some of the certifications and how you go through the certification process in general. And if you sort of think through how we approached working and building Cormax, you try to figure out where you can make a difference. So we've had large corporate experience. We've had, a lot of different organizations and operations, and we've seen how you can have a large impact on a customer. Where could we make that difference? And then being small, and was mentioned earlier by Sarah, you need to figure out who you can work with in order to offer a service and then grow. So, for example, we are obviously a LCATS vendor, and we're very grateful to be part of that community in Montgomery County. But we also applied to and were accepted in other certifications. And when you first get these solicitations, it looks daunting, especially the first time. You have tax forms, you have forms to fill out, you have partners to establish, you have percentages to figure out, and it seems daunting, and everybody goes through that. I would like to suggest that it does get easier as you start going through the process. So I would urge you, if you can, to just sort of take that deep breath, look at that big stack of papers, and just sort of break it down into the pieces that you need. in order to get that certification, because that gives you another community to belong to. So as you go to meetings for these organizations, just like this, you're meeting other vendors, that expands your network, and that will allow you to bid on projects and to expand your business. Next slide. So why did we choose to be in the infrastructure modernization, digital transformation, a lot of different names for this type of work? If you go next. There is sort of a critical point we find when we work with our clients, and that a lot of the infrastructure they have, and from my view, it's technology, from Claudia's view, it's energy, doesn't scale to the need today, and there's tons of manual processes that are exhausting for staff and that don't provide the services on a timely basis that customer needs. And there is a real need to modernize those systems to the security and resilience piece and the ever increasing climate change we have, to be able to make data-driven decisions, and to make sure we're not duplicating the information in different systems and then having incorrect information. Next. And if you don't do that, you are not providing the best services, you're wasting money, you have a negative organizational perception, and you can sort of never scale to the need that we have. So that was an area of concentration for us. To be able to be very good at what we do, we need to not try to be everything to everybody. So the modernization has benefited from our expertise for our clients, but also allows us to be fairly innovative. Next. And a key area that we've worked with is cybersecurity. That's always on our radar screen as we are designing, suggesting, and implementing our IT systems. We actually work with Montgomery County Department of Emergency Services as they were putting in a new system. And I'd like to say, knock on wood, we've been very fortunate in that a lot of the work that we did with their software package has, I think, prevented a lot of issues with that particular area. So it's an important area to be on everybody's radar screen if you are in technology. Next. And I'll turn it over to Claudia.
So focusing then on energy, a lot of the same issues are prevalent as in IT modernization, infrastructure in general, but energy modernization is climate deterioration, scalability, and security and resilience. Next, please. So we are, in addition, we sort of have a separate silo. In addition to our information technology work, we are doing clean energy advisory services. We assist investment firms in identifying energy transition investment opportunities. We advise engineering and service providers on how to expand their service offerings to support the energy transition. And we serve as a subject matter expert and deal structure advisor with a lot of finance and clean energy technology knowledge. I serve on the Maryland Clean Energy Center Advisory Council, and just as an aside, I was part of a team that was selected in implementing the Montgomery County Brookville Bus Depot charging as a service opportunity. Next slide, please. So then turning it back over to Bob to talk a little bit more about our process. Next, please.
So if you look at, sort of what to expect as you do get these clients, you're going to probably want to do an assessment when you walk in the door, find out what the key needs are, the scope and the complexity of what they need. Don't be afraid to document, draw diagrams, be able to feed back the information as you understand it. And that allows you and the client to be on the same page, and then you can start analyzing alternatives and what's the budget, what's the ability to absorb new technologies in an organization, and obviously process changes and just a staff's ability to make those changes. And we'll show an example where we did that. And then outline a roadmap. If it's accepted, if it's budgeted, you move forward with the implementation process too.
Next.
Next. So who do we tend to be working with? We have project managers and subject matter experts, system architects, data architects, security, development and integration experts, test managers, configuration managers, and operations managers, which sounds like thousands of people. We have a large network. Depending upon the requirement that comes in the door, we reach back into that network. We're big believers in good people know good people, and that's how we assemble the team that can be uniquely relevant to the particular client needs. Next. And one example close to our heart, I worked in this project for a few years, was modernizing the infrastructure of Department of Health and Human Services at Montgomery County. And sort of competing with San Diego to a degree, we were the first Health and Human Services to successfully combine the case management and medical records, being very, very cognizant of the restrictions around HIPAA and Violence Against Women Act and all the confinements and the privacy issues, and still allow a individual in Montgomery County to come in, tell their story one time, hopefully meet that need, but also help probe the root cause of any other surrounding issues to make sure that we have better outcomes for those patients. So that was a wonderful project, up and running now, and allowed the organization, when COVID hit, to go virtual, which was a unique, I think, ability. Instead of lugging hand files around, they were able to go home and continue the vital casework for this critical and vulnerable population in Montgomery County. Next.
So I'll just really close it out here just by focusing on some of the great clients we've had the opportunity to work with. As Bob mentioned, our work with Montgomery County agencies is really core to our focus, and we're really excited to be on the LCATS list again. So we look forward to a long relationship with the county. We have worked with a variety of other county entities, including entities located in the county, I should say, the Mental Health Association of Maryland, the MRIS system, and then some other entities outside of the Metro DC area, including Jackson Laboratories and DCRA. In the education arena, we've worked with NeighborWorks America, the University District of Columbia, and the Graduate School, which used to be part of the USDA. And then on the energy side, we've worked with a variety of different entities, nonprofits such as NRECA, engineering firms such as Bowman, investment firms including Diff Capital Partners and New Mountain Capital, and startup businesses. Inspiration Mobility is a DC area startup focused on fleet electrification, and so help them get their business off the ground and close on some funding.
Well, thank you for the time to allow a little window into what we do. I'd like to turn it back.
Thank you very much. That was very informative, and I actually learned a lot about these contractors that we recently awarded. Next but not least is Mr. Dr. Faisal Quader. He is the president of TechNuff LLC.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much. Let me share my screen and then we're going to get started. Let me just share. Okay. Are you able to see my screen? Okay.
Yes, we can.
All right. Thank you so much. And I really appreciate the organizers to do this for us because, it's a great way to get to know each other and we can kind of tell you what we do best so that way we can do a good matchmaking here to support each other. So TechNuff, it's a Rockville-based Montgomery County company. We've been in the business since 2011. I actually came from Lockheed Martin and General Electric. My partner came from IBM. So we're coming from a large matured organization. So whatever we have learned, we have applied to our company. And that's how we're, growing. And, actually our growth strategies, it's about 30 to 40% every year for the last 7 years. We have been growing steadily. So a little bit about ourselves. We have about 120 employees. They're mostly engineers. We love doing technology. And also we have, the Innovation Center of Excellence in our company, which what it does is all the emerging technology that comes in the market. We have the lab and we implement, and actually the government, our federal government and the state and local government love to come to visit our office and play with the new technology, because it's not always possible doing that in the government environment. So that is something that we have been supporting our clients, and that's how they're making the right decision before they decide on any new technology. We also have a large offshore development facility to do a 24-hour cycle. When we sleep, they work, and when we work, they sleep. And so it's a continual process. We have trusted partners in the state and local government. Between the commercial and the government, we're about 80% government service provider and 20% commercial. And I'm going to talk to you about what are some of those agencies and what we do there. So as a small business, we're a certified 8A company. We're also in GSS Schedule 70, MB, SB, DB, you name it. We have all this certification. We're also an authorized Cisco partners, supporting them for the last 10 years. We are on CMMI level 3 certified realm, both in the development and the service. And obviously we're at Montgomery County LCATS 3 and 8A stars 3. So what are some of our core capabilities? We do 4 things really well, actually 3, and the 4th is kind of a horizontal view of all the verticals. So cybersecurity is one of our bread and butter, one of our core capabilities. We've been supporting the IRS, Treasury, trying to safeguard all your data. And also we're at DOD and NIH and DHS, supporting anywhere from identity and access management, single sign-on, data loss prevention, forensic analysis, security operations center, vulnerability assessment, penetration testing. We're also doing large EGRC initiative for the Treasury, which is governance, risk compliance, risk mitigation strategy, and also we're doing host-based intrusion detection, data loss prevention, and so on. So you name it, we've been doing it for the last 11 years steadily, and the most of our growth is coming from our customer, the existing customer. Actually, they're looking at our past performance and the way we support them. That itself is bringing us more business, and we like to replicate that in Montgomery County as well. And we all are from Montgomery County. We've been here for more than 30 years. This is our home, and we're very passionate to be able to provide our great service to the county. On the next one is the business intelligence, data science, data intelligence. Actually, artificial intelligence and machine learning is one of our core. I come from my bachelor's in computer science, master's computer science, and also PhD in artificial intelligence and machine learning. And I'm also teaching at the University of Maryland as an adjunct faculty. So this is like our passion. So we have been developing a lot of applications as well as supporting our clients. For instance, NIH, we've been doing their predictive analytics on how much funding they're going to need from quarter to quarter, year to year. We build them a good kind of a business intelligence engine in ClickSense and Tableau, and also our in-house algorithm we applied. And ever since they used our product, they have started saving millions of dollars on their research funding. So this is just an example, and we do a lot of other cybersecurity related predictive analytics on the user behavior analytics and advanced persistent threat analysis using AI/ML. Application development and software engineering, that's basically the core capability, along with mobile application on the public safety area. So one of our core application that we're supporting for our school kids in K-12, school going, bus riders, We have an application. It's a tablet application, sits in front of the dashboard of the bus driver, where we can do attendance of the kids, mostly the elementary school kids who are on the bus. And once they're on the bus, we monitor them, and if there's any kind of incident, anybody is not feeling good, the driver's responsibility is to drive, not to treat them. So what they do is they press one button on that tablet, and it creates a virtual talk group where it brings the doctors, the ambulance, the school administrator, the parents, and the principal, everybody in one talk group in one press of a button to tackle the situation. So we do those kind of security related application development for our school children in several counties. So again, the advantage we have, we stress the fact that the quality has to be the supreme, and also we're innovative. We always work on, like, some of our latest undertaking is we're working on zero trust, which is a big thing that's happening, and that we need to safeguard all our clients from any kind of internal and external threats. Also, we're doing blockchain development, and also augmented reality and AI/ML algorithm-based innovative solutions. So I'd like to invite you all to visit our lab and try and play with it, and get yourself ahead of the game if you like to. And also another big thing is, although we're cost competitive, we are not, like we don't lowball and then end up being in trouble delivering our solution. So we're to the par. We're not the cheapest, and the reason we are not is that we bring in the high caliber talent to deliver the product and the applications and the solutions and the architecture the best possible way. So we're somewhere in the middle, which is the best support that we can provide with the cost. And the responsiveness, we're always there. Our government clients love us because they are always comfortable calling us after hours and even during the weekends. We don't shy away of supporting them. And every time they call and they said, hey, if you were Lockheed of the world, nothing wrong with those big companies, but there's no way that we could have found you on a weekend. But we really like the fact that you are fully dedicated for us, and so on. So that's our differentiating factor. So on the client base, we're in the federal, as I said, NIH, DoD, IRS, USPTO, CMS, and also on the state government side, we're in the state of Florida, state of Massachusetts, and state of Maryland. At the Maryland Think project, as you all know, we've been supporting on that particular project under HHS, Health and Human Services, for the last 5 years, and it's been going really well. So we know how the state works. I mean, we're also looking forward to working for the Montgomery County. Okay, so again, our team structure, we're highly skilled, and then we always provide scalable solution. We don't look at like today's solution. We think about how we can extend and get our customers going from 5 years or 10 years from today. So whatever we design, we think ahead, and we bring in the latest technology that could be extendable and scalable. And also we're the trusted partner. The customer satisfaction is one of our motto. I mean, we have no compromise with not being able to support the customer the best possible way. And every process that we undertake as CMMI level 3 company, we used a strict, agile methodology with CMMI ideologies, and also in the cybersecurity side, we're also almost getting CMMC certification because we provide DoD agency, so that is a must. And so we know 801.71, which is the core capabilities of cybersecurity milestone, very, very well. And we're also actually providing training to the government agencies on some of those certification as well. Okay, with that, I'd like to invite Marlene Duvall, who is our Executive Vice President, who is closely working with LCATS opportunities. So just, to give you a flavor of what we have been doing for you guys. Go ahead, Marlene.
Hi, I appreciate the opportunity. I know we've all talked about our processes and how we bid and go after work. We call winning the actual IDIQ, the BPA with the 11 other companies a success. There are actually two things I want to speak to this slide. One, Montgomery County has made the proposal procurement process transparent, which, as you know, sometimes on the federal government side, it's not as easily transparent. So you do try to provide us information and you do answer our questions. And then you provide the answers to the whole team so that no one has an unfair advantage. So we appreciate that. The other thing on one of the topars, we did receive a debrief, which meant we lost. However, we did find our strengths and our weaknesses and our rhythm in bidding the work. Right now, as with our TechNF organization, we have a dedicated team at the ready to bid these because they come out fast and furiously. So we have a recruiting arm dedicated to finding the right talent if we don't have it in-house. We have a bid and proposal shop who's at the ready to bid and hopefully win these, because some of these are 7-day turnarounds. So again, we do align to the requirements that we see in Montgomery County. We keep on working the work, doing, having the good fight, looking for those wins. But most importantly, from our perspective, from Montgomery County, it's the transparency that helps, I think, all of us try to get to that win. And with this forum, now we have some other teammates, hopefully, and team partners that we can team with, because divide and conquer, and then also compete against. But I think this makes it better for Montgomery County when some of the vendors actually join together to give you the biggest and brightest solution for the long term.
Thank you. Thank you, Marlene. I think we're running out of time, so we should keep a few minutes for Q&A. So I'm going to stop here and then let you begin your Q&A session. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. All three companies, as you can see, we have so many very well qualified and talented IT firms just right here in Montgomery County. And thank you for taking the opportunity and work with us. So now I do want to open up to the audience. Do I have any question from the audience? You can either unmute yourself and talk, or you can type your question into the chat box.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Rania Kanj. I'm with Research Consulting and Contracting. I just very recently launched my company a few months ago, and I guess the question is for everyone. Maybe was the start as challenging as at least I'm finding out, and especially during COVID, it's been kind of challenging to network and to find folks to, I mean, everybody's advising me maybe start with subcontracting at the beginning. It's just been very challenging to kind of reach out and actually get responses via email if we don't know the folks. So how was the start for you guys?
I think your experience is very consistent with our experience. I think it's, it's certainly difficult, and COVID has clearly made it much more difficult to make connections. But which is what's nice about forums like this, is it brings people together. I absolutely agree. Subcontracting, developing the qualifications and the experience is a great way to sort of get in the door, and also to form relationships, which are really important, that then can lead to other opportunities. Don't get discouraged. Keep trying, as some of my other presenters have mentioned, that you can respond to a lot of topers and find that you may not be successful, but that doesn't mean that you won't be. So just have to keep working on the process and continuing to develop those, identify and develop those opportunities.
Okay, thank you so much. And I guess how much is, let's say, the frequency of emails? I don't want to bombard people, because at some point, you become kind of quote unquote a pest to them, and they don't want to, that's not very, seen as good necessarily. what would you suggest the frequency of, let's say, sending out emails and so on, for folks to, to reply if they haven't replied at the initial emails?
This is to prospective clients or to?
Well, even for subcontracting,
I don't think you can, with everybody getting an avalanche, I don't think that it's bad to keep pestering them because you keep going to the top of the list, especially when you're starting your business. You're dialing the phone all the time, you're sending emails all the time, because out of that range that you have, and once you articulate what your expertise and what you're trying to do, your name will be top of mind then. So I would encourage you. Because we do
so
all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And try to call them. Actually, sometimes email gets buried.
Okay.
Everybody gets thousands of emails, so just call them up, leave a message,
Mm-hmm.
and then be persistent.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Sure.
And don't give up.
Sarah, you're on mute if you're talking.
Oh, sorry. So I wanted to share an experience from marketing, this is similar to the marketing. There is a rule of thumb in marketing that your audience need to see your name or your logo 5 times to register it. So that is the same as emailing, and I'm kind of always hesitant to send email more than once or twice, but I hear this over and over from our marketing department that now that even in LinkedIn, when you reach out to people in LinkedIn, at least give it a 5 time.
Keep at it. Thank you so much for the advice and the encouragement.
Thank you, and good luck.
Thank you.
Do I have any other question from other audience members?
Also, I realized we didn't include our email and contact information at the end of our presentation, so I'm happy to share that as well. Unfortunately, for some reason,
you can put it in the chat box.
Yeah, I was actually trying to do that, but for some reason our I'm not sure we seem to have an issue with our set. But if I could perhaps send it to you, Grace, and then you could share that out with the.
Yes, I believe we do have it, right, Bethany? You can put it in the chat box.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you. So actually, we're coming up to 11 o'clock. Do I have any more questions from the audience? Okay. Actually, this was a very compact and a good session. Thank you very much for all the presenters. Your experience and your success stories or lessons learned are very valuable information for all of us, including us in the county who work on these procurements. Thank you very much. And we're trying to do some new formats on our open houses, and this is one of the things we're going to start doing. Hopefully, we'll see you again in some other events.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great to meet everybody.
Thank you.
Have a great day. Take care.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.